everyone. Hello, good afternoon. You're watching The New Way of Being, hosted by Avatar Galextra with Andraggon on Facebook Live. We're going through quite a bit in Canada, and we're disappointed in how your world is handling situations such as these, or rather the United States and Canada. I'm disappointed to see that all those people who are there, the different agencies, superior to the public. When they first came, they asked they if they could come and have a group in the society. They can be. These are the things they were doing, saying that they want to be the servants of the people. They're really here to do that, and so they will serve the public, and uh, that was what they were going to do. And when the time came after a period of a few years, they started easing on to controls, and then now they're taking so much controls over they don't even know that they have rights. And it's time for people to, especially people of color who are suffering the bereavement of this kind of insanity, is causing these people these headaches, and they're not turning out in ways in which they normally would not, because they're not being allowed to train their. Instead, from the time the child is born and old enough, they want to put the child in a
forced education system, public school.
Exactly. And they're not really helping the children that way, because children who are not trained are children who are going to behave badly, especially when others are calling them names and distorting the beings in this world. And we have abilities within ourselves to show our greater selves. And because we are allowing systems to control our lives and threaten our lives and use people for being a color to put into jails, to kill out, and showing them with guns in their hands. Sometimes they do, sometimes they do not have guns. But if they do have guns, it's because of people that is robbing other people of their rights. And even if that race of people is not behaving very well, there are those who now understand what it is to work as a family and be there. Because if you were really superior, you will be all acting as people who respect each other, people who understand and care about each other, people who are not making waves with intentions of creating problems for the systems and the people in it, and instead working together as a team, recognizing the children must be trained, and when the children are trained, so are the parents, because the information that they're passing on to their kids will be bestowed upon their internal, because they're now ready to do the right thing and doing the right thing right away, training their kids to do the right thing. So it's important that we do the things that are necessary to upgrade ourselves and each other, and stop looking down at each other and thinking we are superior because we are a certain race of people that think we have a right to be superior. What makes you superior? Do you know that the reason that you're alive today is because of the same race of people that you look down at right now and treat like they have no rights to have anything?
Mm.
These things can be changed, ladies and gentlemen. When you create evil, that is what your systems, your whole world will become after a period of time, which is already going on right now as we speak. Our job is to see to it that we do the right thing at all times. So we need to take the time to learn what we need to do with ourselves, what we like and don't like, change the things that we don't like, and we keep those things that you do like and add more to your qualities as you go along the way. Everyone has the ability to be as great as you are, and if they're not trained as and controlling every aspect of ourselves, taking away our rights for out of prejudices and jealousies of the people who gave you your lives, this is not a good friend. It's a friend. Them are not living in happiness. They're being destroyed by a system that think that they're superior for kind of stuff that a lot of human beings are going through. And if you want changes made, start thinking in terms of the rights of all beings. If you like your rights, recognize other people like their rights and should be treated with the respect and dignity that all beings have a right to, even you yourselves. So think in terms of your rights and the rights of all beings. Recognize that if you want, you know very well that you come in contact with that needs some help, like they are your family, because they truly are. So instead of you taking your time to destroy your family, take time to get to know them. Show them things that they don't know and let them show you things that they do know. So that you can learn and teach each other and help each other to grow properly and live in harmony rather than tyranny and torture. Like this family has been going through, and we're still going through it right at this moment. If you don't believe me, when you start feeling things hurting you and you did not do anything to your body or by accident or so on, and suddenly all these things start hurting you, many times it's because others are using a technology that was given to them by Nancy Pelosi in the
military, to be more specific.
all of them. The United States government is all these aspects to the government. And the government is using these beings to torture, control, disrespect, rob you, terrorize you, torture you. Many of you don't even know you're being tortured. You think you're just getting hit someplace or pushed someplace because something is wrong with you. No, what's wrong is the system that is failing all of us. You need to start looking at things from a point of view to see when things are right and when they're not. If something that is dangerous, you have to recognize that this is not something that should be done. If you want harmony, you can get it. You just have to work for it. Help your sisters and brothers and not take advantage of them. Treat them with dignity and care, and you'll find people are happy everywhere. Stop taking this family prison and have been trying to kill us for decades. Even though we have done nothing. What you want, we're trying to do is to kill out people of color. And they're the ones who gave you all your lives in every nationality you have.
True.
Start doing the things that you know work for you and for everybody. Stop playing games with other people's marriages. Stop destroying human beings' businesses and lives. Get rid of the tyranny and come back to quality by looking at you so that you can be there for others, no problems. Do the right thing. You know what they are. They're locked within you. Look for your treasures. Bring them out and show people the treasures you have. And you would like to help them in it, using them. And become humongous with quality. Give it a chance and treat it well. Be respectful of everyone. Stop looking down at people, because what you're really looking down at really is yourselves. When you start looking up at each other and treating them with respect and dignity, whether they're a child or an old being, you're born, if you're so lucky to age, that's what you reach to when you're doing a lot of evil. When the evil disappears, the aging disappears. You're harming too many, including yourselves. Because you're looking to be so superior, you became an inferior. And then started tossing it on other people for them to think that that's the way they are. Charismatically, help each other and help themselves. That's the only way you will be able to live in harmony. The only way you will be able to achieve the quality that all beings have a right to. And it will be the only way you will be able to know how to protect your family as well as any other beings that are having problems in it. And those problems should not be that of ego, even though people are using their egos this way because they are unsure of themselves. So start working together with each other, treat each other respectfully, be responsive and caring, and let others know that you do truly care about them, and stop raping people and doing all these evils that is tortured with this kind of stuff, as well as this family. and many others like him to do this damage to human beings because they're underdeveloped. They're all about power, and the power that they're giving themselves is against you, to do you damage, to harm you without you knowing, using technology to kill you. Become alert to what you're living in so that you can stop how much money they want from you after a while, and how much they can withdraw from you quietly without you knowing. Wake up and smell the roses and realize that if someone isn't going to work, it's not because they're lazy. It's because things are going on in their lives that they can't explain because no one really wants to know. And if they do try to explain it, they're blocked. So you need to start looking at things from a point of view where you have to have an open heart, respectful treatment after a period of time. Because like the way people are today, many of them are doing a lot of evil. People in the right way and treat them with respect, get rid of the evils, and instead practice the things that uplift and upgrades everyone.
Mm.
People think that human beings are just doing whatever they want because that's the way they get rid of all of that junk that you're forcing on other people. It's their right to make decisions on their lives without anybody interfering with it. It's their right they want. They would not have been going into these drugs, heavy drugs at times, that is dangerous, if it were not for the fact that you started the whole thing by setting up people to torment and torture people in the systems and in the public. You need to start looking at the wrongs that you've set up for these people and start putting them in jail for being a color and treating the ones that look like you as if they go. You set a wrong like water, and that is dangerous because you don't want people to be evil. You want to show them their better selves by how you treat them.
Mm. Sure.
So stop complaining when you see someone is angry. Give them the right to be able to get through that process. This is why all these twisted things are going on. You put men above women, and the men are the ones who are doing a lot of damage to women. Not all men. So please don't misunderstand me. There's some really nice men out there that are not that kind of, and don't behave in such a manner.
Mm.
But there are those who do, too many. And in order for them to get back to their quality selves, we have to show them the right way by doing the
Mm.
and by showing them when they're doing wrong. Because if you were married to someone that you love dearly, you would be very angry to know that people are throwing themselves on that person instead of behaving responsibly. What are you? Animals? No, you're not. You're human animals. There are animals out there that are living in the world. And you call quality in your thinking and how you train and teach your children.
Mm.
This there for each other, and you're there for yourselves too. Because you are all those people that many of you are killing and doing damage to. You can get rid of the killings and instead of doing damage, you have no way of getting any kind of help. The things that you have to do is to try to get rid of them, get them out of there, not by killing them, because as some of them you can't see. They're using that same technology that is destroying people's lives. The United States is corrupt. They have FBI. The FBI seems like they're corrupt also because they couldn't even help the family. Even the president that was chosen is not quite himself because he's living in a government that he's seeing a lot of corruption. And some of them participate in it. They don't mind. And that's what creates more and more confusion that destroys people more and more. I want to see the best of my people. I mean, all nationalities. And I want to see the animals protected and respected. They're beautiful little creatures. They're not something for you to kill or decide that you're going to cook. Even though I have to say to strengthen your body, after a period of time, you will not need the poor little chickens and so to eat because they have a right to live too, you know. You know what I mean? To eat and live the way you would like to be safe, make other people safe. And I don't mean about from what is being done by the society. So that's done. We can get rid of those things by making sure we change with you. No. I love you to your husband shows that you really love your husband and your wife, and you're treating them properly.
Mm.
But when you're connected with a world that is deformed in family and what is happening right now, you can see yourselves a favor and start looking for the betterment of all by showing them a way to live that employs the qualities that benefits everybody, babies included. I love babies. I don't want to see anybody's baby being harmed. And for people to be raping their babies is a sad thing to do. That's evil. These are little babies. They're just born. Please be there for your babies. Treat them properly. And don't let people that you see will have to do. Protect our families and speak out against wrong behavior and thinking and attitudes and have people come together after a period of time of changing and upgrading to a better type of person. You will see that the children will be safe, all beings will be safe, and instead of destroying each other, we'll be upgrading each other with the kind of intelligence that is passed on from one to the other. On that note, my poor darling husband is tired,
Yeah.
and I want to see him get his rest. So I would not stay too long, but I'll tell you this that the United States owes this family a great deal of money.
Mm.
It was in the trillions before, it's now in the billions. It's not going to go further down. It's going to stay, torture included, and all the other things that are being done to other people, some people included, that are in jails. We are not in jail. We haven't committed any crimes. We are being treated like we have no rights, and that our rights must do what they want, even if it violates the constitutional rights of all beings. I can hardly speak properly because he has done to my teeth, my mouth, pulling a tooth from here and sticking it over here so that this lip can pull forward and giving it a bad shape. He has uglied me, in other words, from what has been done to me because they could not stand the fact that I was beautiful. My hair was long past my waist, and so was our daughter's. And from then on, he kept chopping off my hair. I have to wear this. They protect and also give me an opportunity to be able to show myself differently. I love design, and I'm a designer, an artist. I do it for myself, not for others. And I do not like when the United States government using Trump to try to control us by lying and saying things like, I am controlling my husband, or people are speaking through me to my husband, which is not real God. When you come here as a God, you're here to help and protect all forms of life, not to destroy them. To protect the babies first and foremost. Love and care for all beings without doing bad things with them and staying with the person that you're married to rather than hopping from one person to another. You have a right to treat each other properly, every single person. But your husband is it's what will show our children how they can live and live better. Blessings to all of you, and my darling husband is falling asleep. Poor
Yep.
fella.
Yeah, it's one of those nights.
Mm-hmm.
Late in the morning.
Yep. So good morning, and have a great day, great night, and blessings to all of you.
Mm.
And take care of them. Don't hurt them. Don't let people force themselves on children or little babies. It's not a right thing to do. Bye bye. Take care.